Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have swatches for you from the brand Colors de Carol. So today I have their Ahoy collection as well as a St. Patrick's Day polish. All of these are going on sale on March 3rd, so in the description box I will link the Colors de Carol site, I will link their Instagram page, and then I will link my Instagram page where you can see more swatches of everything from today's video. Collectively, there are 8 polishes in today's video, 1 for the St. Patrick's Day polish, and then 7 in the Ahoy collection, and let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start with their St. Patrick's Day polish, and this is called Green Charm. This is a turquoise blue acrylic base, and then it's got green and gold metallic flakes and glitters, some little black speckles and bar glitters, as well as green and gold metallic stars. So here's our first coat of Green Charm. This one is pretty sheer here on this first coat. It does build up nicely to full opacity, but the formula is also really smooth and easy to work with. These star glitters do have a tendency to kind of lump up, so I just take my brush and spread them around as best as I can, manipulating them to kind of space them out more. So here is 2 coats, and that does cover really well on 2 coats, but I did want a little bit more glitter payoff, and to cover my visible nail line completely, I am going to go in for 3. This can dry with a good bit of texture. These star glitters do dry a little bit more textured because they are larger, so I do recommend a thicker top coat to smooth this one off. This will have some difficulty with removing, but I find that these itty bitty bar glitters in particular remove really easily, and then the like shredded flake glitter that's in here isn't super difficult, and then these stars aren't super difficult either, but there are 3 coats. And then onto their Ahoy collection, we have Rock the Boat, and this is a bright coral pink cream. Here's our first coat of Rock the Boat. This one is kind of more of a jelly-ish polish, so it is a little bit sheer here on this first coat. That does go for pretty much everything as far as the creams go. They're all more jellies than just straight up creams, so they're a little bit squishier and a little bit more sheer, but they do all build up to full coverage. I got full coverage with this one in 2 coats. That being said, that since they are crellies, I don't think that they're wonderful for like jelly sandwiches, but they are very beautiful for like building up and having a nice squishy feel on the nail. So there are 2 coats of Rock the Boat. Next up we have Ahoy, and this one is a pastel yellow cream. So here's our first coat of Ahoy. Like I said with Rock the Boat, this is more of a jelly crelly, so it is sheer and it is yellow, so it is definitely the most sheer of the collection, but the formula is very buttery. All of these crelly cream jellies that I'm showing you today have immaculate formulas, ones that just feel good to apply, if you know what I'm saying. So this does build up really, really nicely in 2 coats, but I did have a couple low spots, so I am opting in to go in for a 3rd coat. If you're a little bit more careful with application, I could definitely see being able to wear this one in too. All of these Crelly Jelly creams are going to dry super glossy on their own. A top coat will help keep your manicure lasting, but they do have this nice plump glossy finish, and that is kind of the benefit of having them more sheer and in this jelly formula. But there are 3 coats of Ahoy. Up next we have Tide Over, and this one is a pastel sage green cream. So here's our first coat of Tide Over. This one is also pretty sheer here on this first coat. And like I was saying, they're not super great for like wearing on their own as a wash of color. They're not that sheer. There is more coverage on these, so they don't have the most super even application, so I personally wouldn't do that. I do really enjoy them all built up on their own though. So this one is another one that I did need 3 coats for full opacity. It did just have the slightest bit of unevenness on 2 coats, but like I said, if you are more careful with your application, you could probably get this one opaque in 2 as well. I did really enjoy this one at 3. Again, this one is going to dry nice, plump, and glossy all on its own. If you want your manicure to last to its fullest potential though, you will want to still use a top coat. So there are 3 coats of Tide Over. Up next we have In Deep Waters, and this one is a dusty cornflower blue cream. Here's our first coat of In Deep Waters. This one is more opaque than the last two that we've looked at. I would say it's right on par with Rock the Boat. So I was able to get full coverage here in 2 coats. Again, the formula is just nice. It's just a pleasant formula to work with. They're not too thick, not too thin, no running, no pulling, no staining, just a nice easy application, just a little bit on the sheer side. So they also dry really quickly, so I really don't mind building them up when I need to. Like I said, I got full coverage here in 2 coats. A nice top coat will help protect your manicure and keep it lasting as long as possible, but it is going to dry to that nice plump glossy finish all on its own. So there are 2 coats of In Deep Waters. Next up we have a Long Shot, and this one is a kind of deeper navy blue cream. Here's our first coat of Long Shot. This one is a little bit sheer on this first coat, just like the rest of them have been. This is another one, though, that I was able to get full opacity in 2 coats, but this was a kind of careful 2 coats. I can see needing 3 coats on this. I do think this one in particular would make a cute jelly sandwich with some glitter in between the coats, make it look kind of oceanic. So here's that second coat, and this did build up nicely to 2 coats. Again, that top coat will help keep your manicure lasting, but it's not going to do anything to the finish look of the manicure. It is going to have a nice glossy plump finish all on its own. So there are 2 coats of Long Shot. Next up we have Between Wind and Water, and this one is a concrete gray cream. Here's our first coat of Between Wind and Water. This one is very sheer, but it is very even. I would happily wear this one at 1, 2, and 3 coats. I am going to show you what 2 coats looks like today. I was happy with the coverage in person, but looking back on my footage, I definitely think I would have been happier at 3 coats. But again, like I said, it does look beautiful here in 2, and then a third would bring it up for me to 100% opacity. So I would wear it at any state. It does have a nice even application. I didn't have any uneven or patchy spots. You will want top coat just to keep your manicure lasting, but it does dry glossy. So there are 2 coats of Between Wind and Water. And lastly for today we have Making Waves, and this one is a clear base topper, and it's got this brighter purple shimmer as well as some copper metallic flakes and iridescent flakes. And here is Making Waves. I decided to layer this one over Long Shot just because it was the darkest of the collection and I wanted that aurora to stand out. The formula was excellent. Everything spread out nice and evenly across the nail. You will want top coat to bring this one back to life, and removal will be easy. So there's 1 coat of Making Waves. And here is our collective overview photo of the entire collection. I think these are absolutely adorable. They are beautiful. They are precious. I really enjoy the cream aspect. The topper was really nice. The St. Patrick's Day polish was really nice, but these crelly jelly creams really spoke to me. So let me know what you thought of this collection. And guys, that is it. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of these polishes. Let me know if you plan on picking any of them up, and let me know what your favorite was. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and I will talk to you again next time.